Yeah, 3D gaming as a whole is
I don't know if that's gonna do it.
is super interesting. Nope.
All right, we'll wait.
What's up, you guys? Chad here.
How late is it over there? I'm from Belgium, and here it's 0.46. I guess that means 12:46. I'm just making an assumption. Here it's 3:46 in the afternoon, so it's pretty early. Oh, he caught you. Oh, you avoided his gaze. Is Batman drunk?
He is drugged.
He's drugged, so
Scarecrow
kind of.
is making him hallucinate to the craziest level ever. And Scarecrow is not stopping and looking for me. This is kind of crazy. So I'm just going to move along.
Run away!
What is up, everybody?
Uh-oh. Use it.
And then you shine it in his face?
Well, yep. Because he'll go blind.
Nice.
And he won't be able to harm us.
Sweet.
Where are we? We're back at the morgue. Great little sequence. Awesome stuff.
Can you hear me? What's going on?
Now Bruce finally comes to his senses. If you look at his eyes, they're back to
What
normal.
happened? I lost contact.
So good catch, Wally. When his eyes are red, that means he's drugged.
So you're done with Scarecrow at the moment?
I'm done with Scarecrows, that's for sure. And look at all these upgrades in the game,
Wow.
which are so awesome. That you're going to be able to get later on, like the multi-batarang, the remote control batarang. So let's go ahead and upgrade our combo batarang, which is awesome.
Sweet.
Now you can actually use your batarang to super knock somebody out.
Nice.
And use it in between battle, too.
Slowed me down.
Well, cool.
I'll get back to you in a bit.
How can you tell how many peeps are watching the vid? I don't know, Mr. Webb. They used to have a nice little ticker, but since this is all technically beta still with YouTube live stream, they're still working at the kinks. Overall, Chicago 1 says, should I get Batman Arkham Asylum or X-Men Origins Wolverine?
Arkham Asylum.
Arkham Asylum is probably the better game experience. We do have a vote for Wolverine, though, and I do say Wolverine's a phenomenal game.
Yeah, but both of you haven't played this, so it's not fair to...
That is true. That is true. The two people that are saying Wolverine have not played this. I will say this, though. This game has the story down pat. Wolverine as an action brawler, I don't know that you can ever even make a better type of game. It's just so rewarding, even after playing it for hours and hours and hours. It doesn't get repetitive.
Combat's so awesome.
Yeah, but this game has just so many. We just watched a platforming psychedelic, boss battle. Like
Right.
you're not going to get anything remotely similar to that in Wolverine. So this game definitely wins the superhero game. Like any superhero game, go for this one first. Another one to recommend, though, if you played this and you really like superhero games, the Marvel Ultimate Alliance games are fantastic as well. I love those.
Yeah, the second one was actually really fun. That's the one where you combine powers and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah. It is asked, do we plan on beating this whole game live? No, we're only going to play it for, I don't know, maybe 2 more hours.
Yeah, we can't. I mean, we can, but
we're
we
just
have to rush through it.
Yeah, we're just having fun with it, talking about stuff. The point more of the stream is less about showing off this gameplay and more about just having fun talking with you guys about some stuff.
Hey, what about some post-Comic-Con stuff?
Yeah, why don't we talk a little Comic-Con? So I was just down at Comic-Con, and I'll start with the story that actually makes a lot of sense for Batman. I got to do some press stuff for Arkham City.
Sweet.
And,
Give us some juicy details.
yeah, so we were talking to Kevin Conroy, the voice of Batman, and Mark Hamill, the voice of the Joker, and they're both incredibly stoked at how this Arkham City has turned out. They really like how much darker it is than any of the other Batman and Joker work they've done before, because they were also the voices of those characters in Batman the Animated Series, and have been playing those characters for 20 years now. It was funny when asked if there's any sort of Joker character story that Mark Hamill has yet to do that he'd like to do. He says he really would love to do the voice of Joker for The Killing Joke, which is the classic Joker story, where he does something really just horrible. It's probably the first time that Joker really...
I thought Mark Hamill stated last year that he's done doing the Joker.
He's done in the sense of, like, he's not going to go back and do any more animated series stuff.
Okay.
And if there's a Batman Arkham Asylum 3, he may or may not participate, but if given the opportunity to put the punctuation mark on his time as the Joker, as he said, he would love. He said he would love to do the Killing Joke, and I think the world needs to see that, honestly.
The world needs now is Mars.
Batman or Batman Beyond? Cyberwolf fan asks. If we're talking about the animated series, they're both in the same universe. They're both kind of one and the same. Batman Beyond is just the future of that Batman. I really prefer the animated series simply because I think that is maybe a perfect animated series. But Batman Beyond is awesome too. And I prefer Batman Beyond to The Batman or Batman Brave and the Bold, which are both two good Batman shows, but not as good as the animated series or Batman Beyond. So the Arkham City people were very cool. They're obviously very jazzed about the game they've created. And the game is going to be just sick good. It's going to be phenomenal. Like this, and the key is they're working just as hard as making the action better as they are as making the story better. And that's what I believe it's Rocksteady who's actually making these games. What they're doing so well is that they are proportionally ramping up the ambiance and the atmosphere just as much as the gameplay. And that's what a lot of people kind of forget when they're making games like this, is just because it looks and feels just like the first one but has 2 or 3 new upgrades, that doesn't make it a good sequel. A good sequel needs to take what the first one did well, take what the first one did bad, and amplify the good and minimize the bad. And the story was good, so you need to amplify that. You can't just give us more of the same. And I think they understand that, and that's, that's what makes this game so exciting, because we know they're looking at it the right way, and we know there's trust that they're going to nail it.
But they're also very, very innovative people. Like as game developers, they did change. I mean, again, there has never been a complete, comic book based video game where it's just innovative in a sense where, it compares to like mainstream games. It really does. And this was nominated as Game of the Year on so many different levels. And that's what I appreciate the most about it. The fact that the developers didn't copy what was already out there, they just had to innovate, something that was not done before, and they nailed it with this one. So
yeah,
they did a really, really good job. And like I said, for a 2-year-old, 3-year-old game, this still holds its own, and is still better than any comic book based game that's come out in the last 3 years. To be honest with you, and look at the games that are coming out now. Green Lantern, cool, but not even close to what these games are trying to do and accomplish.
Well, the best sort of example that you can do just to show, and this is a good analogy, is look at Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions.
Yeah,
that is a phenomenal Spider-Man.
Great game.
That is fantastic. It has everything about it. It's a great comic book game, but it's still missing that something, that special sauce that makes it a great game.
Right.
And so it will never be nominated for Game of the Year awards. It'll be up there. People will talk about, that was a fun Spider-Man game, but it's missing something. This game has it. Yeah. They found that secret sauce. Yeah. And Arkham City looks like it has.
This game is.
Yeah, they've nailed the tone of the characters so well, and one of the things I'm worried about with Arkham City because of that is I feel that taking it to this Arkham City thing and not putting it just in Gotham proper might be troublesome. It might get a little away. But every time I get worried about that, then we'll see a trailer that shows some story, or we'll see the concept design of Catwoman or Two-Face, and then it just all comes back to making so much sense.
Yeah.
And they really.
I mean, check out what's going on now.
I mean, right there, that's Bane. I guarantee you right there, that is a significantly better interpretation of Bane than what Christopher Nolan's going to do in the next movie. Because there's no trust that Nolan really grasps the characters. Nolan understands good filmmaking through and through. He's a phenomenal filmmaker. But I don't think he completely grasps Batman. And that's fine for a movie. You don't have to make a perfect Batman movie. I mean, in his movie is Proof Point. he made a phenomenal movie that was great, and I can't wait for the next one. But I have no trust that he's going to do the characters right, because I don't think he knows the characters well enough. Flip side of that, the Rocksteady people, they know the characters. I trust.
And they love the Batman series, and that makes a big difference. I'm sure Christopher Nolan loves Batman, but I'm sure he's not a hardcore fan.
I don't think he loves Batman. I think he likes Batman because he makes lots of money, makes good movies about him, but I don't think he loves Batman.